Welcome back to Disco Elysium. So we got one... I forgot what they were called. It's basically microfiche, right? This guy. The filament memory. So we put it, and we have the other one thawing out down in the basement. So I think we put it in here.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard.
So we're going to insert this one.
Like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking.
So we'll press play.
A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver.
Okay.
The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall, until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
Hopefully not really loud.
Good afternoon. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1.
Okay.
Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
What are you, a machine, or are you alive?
Yes, I am alive. I am 74 years old and my name is Yvonne. Now please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
So, are we, like, on a phone with somebody?
She repeats passwords. Programming people are all paranoid.
Ah, Yvonne, my partner tells me that you're here because radio computer guys are all paranoid. Okay, but where are you? How did you know where I am? I guess let's do the first one.
They are merely cautious. It's my job to protect their filaments as a password repeater at the East Insulindian Station.
Okay, but where are you? How do you know where I am?
I work as a repeater at the East Insulindian Repeater Station. It's my job to know where you are, Fortress Accident. As for me, well, I am sitting in my cubicle, surrounded by a wall of radios.
Okay.
Now please tell me the reason for your call, Fortress Accident.
What's the production schedule?
The filament you have inserted into the reader.
You mean that glowing thing I put inside?
Yes. Is that the production schedule?
Yes.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Do I know the
Password? Of course it would have a password. That's why there's a human administrator involved.
Shoot. Okay, so what do I do? Do I tell her that I don't know the password? Do I tell her that it's the police and I need to open this? I don't think that would work. I guess I don't know the password.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
Don't worry. Passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later.
Fortress Accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
That's all for now.
Thank you, and goodbye.
The old lady's voice disappears along with the static.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard.
Let's leave. We had a note. Oh, shoot. 2100. What time is it? 19. Jeez, time goes so slowly in this. Interact.
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office. Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is... You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a...
Okay. So that didn't have a password to it. Let's see if the other one is thought out by now. Maybe I can do the other one. Maybe the password for the one I was looking at is upstairs with the people.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting. Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance, you hear water. You slip your fingers under the frozen lid, but the ice is too cold. No, this is going to need something else. If you want to...
Equip the pry bar.
Okay, I know. I hope I didn't mess up the thing inside by turning that. Tools. Okay.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting.
Leave. So this isn't a good enough crowbar. Shoot. Okay, so... I guess the only thing we can do is let it melt more. I guess let's go upstairs and confront whoever is up in the upstairs, and hopefully they won't try to murder me. I don't know how confident I feel. We'll save it.
An iron safety curtain curves before your eyes, folded like a bellows. It covers half the room, blocking the way into a colossal industrial chimney.
Okay.
This must be where the entity lives.
Okay.
This is directly above the central furnace in the cellar. The voices probably came from here.
Oh, I can't just try to open it right away. Okay, then
What
I
an
guess I'll
odd
knock
thing to
on
do.
it. I know.
Nothing happens. Still nothing. No one's home. Those curtains prove to be surprisingly sturdy. Your fist hurts now.
There must be another way to wake up whoever is in there. Maybe we can try yelling into the furnace downstairs.
Okay, I didn't want to do that because I didn't want them to know that I was here, but fine. So much for the element of surprise, eh? A hood, my hand.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
I guess let's try.
You muster all your strength and yell. Your dehydrated, hungover throat can produce little more than a dry croak. The chatter from the chimney continues on as before. You seem to have made no impression on whatever's up there. Then again, maybe it's worth actually trying something up there.
Maybe you should let your voice rest, officer. Try again later.
I guess let's kick it.
A hollow ring echoes through the furnace. Your toe hurts.
Now I can yell. I have a better chance. No?
Another pathetic yelp sounds off into the vast
failed.
darkness of the chimney. You're a little embarrassed you produced it.
Okay. Oh my god. So... Wow, that was a colossal failure in almost every aspect. I don't have any... I couldn't have smacked into it with my crowbar. I had to kick it. I guess let's try this again.
As before, an iron safety curtain curves. This is directly above the central furnace in the cellar. The voice is probably... Again,
Hello?
your voice becomes a raspy croak mid-sentence. It's silent in the abandoned office building. No one answers you. Sire, may we suggest something?
Yes.
Think of the yelling into the furnace as a grand performance. Use your chest voice, not your head voice. Sing from the diaphragm. Perhaps it's not such a bad idea. Try it again.
Excuse me. Oh my god. I'm just kind of frustrated at having to climb back up and down. Like, can we not just... Is there some water somewhere that I can take a sip of? Good grief.
thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it
Alright,
pitch
let's
black.
do this.
Something
There we go.
breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then,
Hello?
You hear a woman's voice answer. Hello, are you there? Speak to me.
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the second floor. I'll open it.
you hear a low rumble upstairs, the sound of a curtain being pulled aside.
Thank
After
you.
you, officer.
Good lord. Oops. That was a whole kit and caboodle of fuss. Hello. This tray is full of dice. Colorful, polyhedral dice. Hundreds of them. Candy dispensers being repurposed to contain thousands of dice. Bonjour.
Hello. I'm
Hello.
Nia.
A bird-like woman sits on a throne of tools with emerald light shining through her hair.
Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Melius.
She taps on her headphones.
So what kind of die are you looking for?
She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the
Ooh.
lynching.
Why are you asking me about dice? You must have confused me with someone else. I haven't knocked on your window.
Then how did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice. Did you have something specific in mind?
Why are you asking me about dice?
I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
Role-playing games? You know the one made by Fortress Accident. Does that count?
No. No, I was looking for something else. Squint your eyes mysteriously. Answers.
Answers? How strange. These days people only come to me for dice and role-playing games.
Not me, baby.
I'm not sure how helpful I'll be, but go ahead and ask.
The walls around her, are covered with rows of precious stones and minerals.
It almost looks as if the stones and dice are a natural part of the room, growing out of the shelves like stalagmites. No falsehoods are present. She's a novelty dice maker and doesn't have anything to hide. Ask what you need.
What do you know about the man who was lynched behind the whirling in rags?
Nothing really. I didn't know him.
The lieutenant looks
but did
at
you
his
see
notebook.
something?
Then the woman under the large window.
Your window looks directly onto the
Yes.
courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening?
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window.
What do you mean by daily ruckus?
Well, there's always something going on in the Whirling's backyard.
She stops and tries to come up with an example.
During daytime, there are usually those kids.
Oh, Cuno.
And lately, I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about. Must be because of the strike.
She's heard of the murder, but did not see it, sire.
But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid.
And you never took your eyes off the work to look out the window?
I might have, but in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back from the darkness.
True.
It's light here, but dark in the yard at night.
Okay.
It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get up to look out the window when I'm in the zone.
Okay, do you often work Sunday nights?
It's an odd profession, making dice for people. But I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home.
Okay. Thank you for your answers.
She nods.
Anything else, officer?
where are we anyway? What is this place?
We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know.
She looks at the ruddy bricks that make up the walls. Even though they've been repainted, there are still signs of coal-black soot here and there.
But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
Creative.
The lieutenant looks around the spacious room, its ceiling faded into shadows above.
When she arrived here, there was no room anywhere else. She must have known the other businesses.
I've heard this place is cursed. Did you know that people call it the doomed commercial area?
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true.
Plaisance is the one who sent me. She's convinced that the place is swarming with malicious energies.
Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energies spared her somehow?
Actually, the bookstore isn't doing all that well. There are hardly any customers, and she has to exploit her own daughter to keep the company going. I mean, to be fair, that is an honest statement.
Oh, right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in rags? Some people say it's part of the building complex.
No, the Whirling in Rags isn't doing well either. Its waitress just took off and customers have trouble paying bills.
And then there is me.
She sighs, looking at her messy work table. All kinds of tools lie there scattered, from knives to carving files to wire cutters.
I've been here for 14 years,
Goodness.
selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million-real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it?
Maybe it's just because she's so talented that she's been able to woo the curse.
Oh. I'll be the first to admit there are many inconsistencies in this so-called curse.
I was just about to ask, what do you think? Do you think the curse is real?
I'm starting to see that there is no curse, only business decisions and natural market fluctuations.
Exactly. Truth is always so disappointingly mundane and boring.
I like this lady.
But I'm glad we got this sorted out. Anything else I can help you with today?
And I love her accent.
That's all she has to say on the subject. She's been thorough and truthful, as far as we can see.
Do you know what happened to the other tenants? Everyone else is gone.
More or less. Are you interested in anyone specific?
Oh, quite a lot of them spring to mind.
What about the machine? I found a strange machine.
Fortress Accident, the radio game studio.
She closes her eyes as some remnant of a memory lights up her face.
They were an interesting bunch. We talked about role-playing systems every now and then. Once, I even saw two of them get into fisticuffs over Wirral.
Oh, goodness.
That's understandable. Fantasies are serious things. The mind is the drawing board of history.
They certainly took their work very seriously, even if they seem to be chronically liberal with their schedules.
What do you mean, liberal? What happened?
The usual. They ran out of money and couldn't get the project done on time.
What went wrong?
Well, I did hear them talking at times.
She looks at the hallway as if she can still hear them chit-chat behind her curtain on a cigarette break.
They seemed to believe they were historical individuals on some grand quest.
Oh.
She sounds almost mocking when she says that.
Really, they must have been on a gigantic ego trip. From what I've seen so far, the project did look quite impressive. It did.
Yes, but when the money started to run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism. You know, how the markets are rigged to keep out new businesses and so on. In the end, they just didn't get it done. They didn't have enough willpower to produce something truly historic and to show up to work on time.
That's too bad. I would have supported them. The project looked great.
Not the wisest decision. You would have lost all your savings.
She tosses a pair of dice on the table. One of them stops near the edge of the metallic desk.
The result is 1 on a 20-sided die.
Ooh, a crit failure.
Anything else?
I found the building's intercom, but it's not working.
Oh, right. I hope you didn't try to ring me. I think none of those doorbells work, including mine. I'm still in the middle of connecting the wires. Sorry about the confusion.
The doorbell with the empty name card must belong to her then.
You're telling me that the doorbell with the empty name card was yours?
That's right. I haven't even written my name there. As I said, it's quite useless right now. It doesn't work yet.
Okay.
Sure, I'm listening.
I don't have any questions right now about any of the other things that we found.
Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. What else?
I think that's it. Okay, so now report back to Plaisance about your findings. Okay, so we can be done. I guess let's check one more time on the... Jeez, crackers. Navigating this game is a little difficult. It's either double-clicking or using the WSD, but they don't always work very easily one or the other. You kind of have to use a mixture of both.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer.
Okay, I guess it's still melting. We'll come back later. First, let's talk to Plaisance. Now that we know we can get in here.
The lights are so pretty when it gets dark.
Okay, bye, Annette. We still haven't hit 2100. Alright, Plaisance.
You're alive and well. Don't keep me waiting now. What's in there? In that dark sarcophagus?
The dark sarcophagus?
Yes, yes. How was it?
Tell her how ghastly it was. You know it's what she wants to hear.
It was a carnal house of failed business attempts leeching life energy from this building. Honestly, a dump. Nothing to see there. Just heaps of garbage. Someone should let the sunshine in.
But what else did you find? Did anything survive? No, of course not. Have you located the entity?
I talked to the entity. Her name is Nea, and she's a novelty dice maker. She's very
A
lovely.
novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep.
She's not a sorceress or something, some malicious entity. She's a businesswoman like you. No, ma'am, I have felt her aura. She is not the one to blame for this curse. She may be involved, but I don't have a way to question the malignant entity further. See, I would just tell her that there's nothing going on. But I feel like she's not going to believe that because she's like all superstitious. So maybe I should tell her that she's not the one doing it.
I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
The narrative she's built herself, it does need tearing down.
Okay.
She's squeezing on the pendant too tight.
Oh,
A
goodness.
drop of blood in her palm. To hell with it. Perchance you ought to just lie, sire.
The source is in the taxidermist's shop. He became involved in arts darker than taxidermy and brought the void spirits down upon this place. Honestly, I don't have an answer yet. There's another entity, more malignant, pulling the strings in Martinez. Perhaps in my travels I will cross paths with it. I don't know that I want to... Sorry, I'm shining the light right into her face. What do you know? I don't really want to lie to her. I don't think she'll just believe that there's no curse. So maybe we should just say that it's not here. It's somewhere else. She's safe.
A third order presence, yes.
Yeah, okay.
I've heard of these triactors. In certain occult literature, that's too dark to dwell on for too long. And definitely not in public.
She gestures for you to be silent.
I understand everything, sir. Thank you for your descending into the maelstrom. I will keep fort up here, strengthen the wards, do my best. And if you happen upon the third entity in your travels,
yes,
may the Lord be with you.
She performs an X-shaped cross on her chest.
Well, this has been absolutely educational. If we happen on the third presence in our travels, we will certainly come back to tell you.
Kim is being sassy.
Should we get out of here before the vortex collapses?
Yeah, let's leave. We can level up. So... I can't double layer anything yet. Oh, I need 2 points? Is that what that means? No. Logic. Wield raw intellectual power, deduce the world. Art of persuasion. Play the actor, lie and detect lies. Understand creativity, see art in the world. Reconstruct crime scenes, make laws and physics work. Make the laws of physics work for the law. Hold yourself together, keep your morale up. That's probably important. Hunches and gut feelings. Intimidate the public, assert yourself. Connect to Station 41, understand cop culture. Probably could use that. Charm men and women, play the puppet master. Don't let the world kill you. Shrug off pain. Enjoy healthy organs. Love and be loved by drugs. I don't want to do that. Tune into the city. Threaten people. Keep your poker face. Pick locks and pockets. Sneak under their noses, so stealth. Let no detail go unnoticed. I'm trying to think of what I might need. I'm trying to think. I might need... Maybe this one would be good. Drama. Because then people can't... trick me as easily. Okay, let's, turn off this. There. Alright, thank you for... such a lovely time. So now I need to go. I'm here. Okay. I have a hard time reading the map. Can I give them the shot? Put ball?
Watch out, Gaston. It's Inspector Off. Come to throw more of our stuff into the sea, officer.
Is there anything you can tell me about this rifle?
It's a Bell McGrave. 4.46 caliber. Breech loading. Revachol made. Good weapon. Accurate and reliable.
Okay.
His moves are quick and precise as he first checks the weapon, then aims it at the sea. This man knows firearms intimately.
Okay.
This one's inoperable. The bolt spring is missing and the mechanism is jammed shut. Still a beauty. Where did you find her?
In the basement there.
I'm not surprised. There are probably lots of forgotten wartime weapons lying around here. Back in the day, everyone had something stashed away. As for the rifle, I don't know what else to tell you. These BM-446s are an antique. No one uses them anymore. The ammunition is impossible to find.
I said I wouldn't do it, but I found you a new bull.
See, René, I told you he was one of the good guys. You should have more faith in people.
What is this? Are you mocking us? This isn't for pétanque.
Well, it's something.
Now, no need to get angry again, René. I'm sure the officer tried his best. It's not like there's a bull kiosk here in Martinez.
Exactly, and I really did try.
Trying is worth as much as is accomplished. In this case, almost nothing. Fine. You try to right a wrong. It's still a gram better than actual nothing.
I saw the statue.
Ah, yes. King Philip III on his steed. A reminder of what Revachol once was.
Oh, absolutely. At the mercy of a cocaine-snorting tyrant who emptied the treasury so he could sleep on a bed of gold.
A superpower, feared and respected. A testament to what this country can be under the leadership of a true king. Someone who knows how to rule.
What was that about cocaine?
Oh, old Philip was a big fan of the purple nose candy the nobility loved so much. A cocaine connoisseur of sorts. His egocentricity is borderline legendary.
I like you, Gaston.
You can't even take responsibility for yourself. How could you fathom the responsibility weighing on the shoulders of a ruler?
He asks, obviously annoyed.
That's why the Philippian kings use cocaine. For clarity of vision. To aid in their work. Regnum cocainum. Revachol's finest years.
He seems to grow taller, brimming with pride about the past.
Of course. Clarity of vision. Awareness.
Philip III was even brought into this world with the help of cocaine. The court made him administer the dose to his mother when she was in labor. And it is well known that with the help of cocaine, only the purest, of course, he was able to connect with higher realms.
Geez, Renee, if you love King Philip III so much, why don't you marry him?
He's just making excuses for the king's habits, isn't he?
Seems like irresponsible behavior for a monarch. Drug users shouldn't even operate heavy machinery, much less rule countries.
From what I've seen of the officers of the RCM... But I don't want to get into a debate about drug policies. Right.
I think I'm done now. So then if I go down here... How do I get somewhere else? There we go.
There are clothes inside. Cheap second-hand clothes, smelling of strangers' body odors.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good quality fabrics, best retro design. Save the economy with your style, officer.
Save the economy? That sounds off.
I don't think I need any clothes. Plastic wrap macaroni stamped with humanitarian aid. The food says, food gift from the people of Messina. Says speakers from the people of Samara.
You see a Samaran street vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage of goods. When he realizes you're looking at him, his face breaks into a wide, welcoming grin. The name Sileng is embroidered over his breast pocket.
Happy shopping, officer! Everything's cool here.
He gives you a thumbs up. What's cool? What's so cool?
Everything's cool. The goods are cool, the customers are cool, the place is cool. And one more thing, officer. You're very cool.
Thank you.
Bang, 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 bang!
He makes both hands into finger pistols and fires a few finger bullets into the air.
You feel a twitch in your index fingers. There's a finger shootout brewing.
Whip him out! Hey!
Don't shoot, officer! Have we got an arrest here or just a shakedown?
A shakedown.
Good one, officer! You're a funny guy! Now, what can I do for you?
This isn't a joke. Give me your money. I need money. Just kidding. I'm really here to shake you down for some answers to official police questions.
Then fire away, officer!
I don't want to persuade him to give me some money. I'm making it at a good clip, so we're fine. What kind of stuff are you selling here? The food packages you're selling have humanitarian aid written on them.
You mean these delicious pre-packaged shelf-stable meal kits? Really easy to cook, no hassle, really cheap too. Buy some, try them out.
No hassle. There's a little of a hassle here, it appears. A moral hassle.
Doesn't that beat the idea of humanitarian aid? It's supposed to be free. That's what makes it a humanitarian.
It is! Practically free. Yours for 5 cents a piece. Rock that tuna. Why not some macaroni too?
Don't play games with me, Hawker. What's going on?
No problem here, officer. I get all this from one of my suppliers. An extremely reputable guy.
Wait. Humanex. Humanitarian aid.
Does your supplier drive a Humanox lorry over there? Points to the lorry with a big Humanox sign on it.
What?
The street vendor looks over his left shoulder and stares at the lorry as though he's never seen a lorry in his entire life.
A convincing performance. Bravo.
Look, officer. I'm just the retailer. You'd have to talk to my supplier if you got questions about the supply chain. That's how the game works.
Interesting.
Okay.
There's a pile of cheap sunglasses in a small box. A variety of shapes and colors.
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles right here.
The vendor takes a pair of sunglasses and sticks them under your nose.
These are all boring. Boring third-rate ho-hum sunglasses made of cheap Syrahese plastic. The kind of plastic that melts in the sun. Those UV stickers are almost certainly just there for the show. If anything, these lenses probably direct more UV light into your pupils. A UV magnifier.
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, superb material, very cool, UV resistant. These will definitely keep your eyes safe and cool while doing your dangerous police work.
Well, we have a pretty high-check roll here, so let's see if we can do it. A. I see. A pair of water blue shades. The writing on the left temple says Sub-Insulindic Rendezvous. The frame appears to be hand-carved out of bone.
Oh, very interesting choice, officer. Very high culture.
For the first time, the street vendor's voice trails off and he watches you inspect the glasses.
This is how a sea monster sees the world. You've become a sea monster. Giant, hidden, and strangely tender at heart. All is blue. Alright, but these actually make your vision worse. It's like literally being underwater.
Wow, officer. You look so cool.
Wasn't the... Wasn't the person who talked to me on the radio thing, weren't they looking Didn't they call it the same thing? Wasn't it the sub-insulindic rendezvous? Wasn't that who they were? Maybe I'm not remembering correctly. Street vendors picked up his pace again as you observed the world through the deep-sea tinted lenses.
And they can be yours for a mere 3 real. My regular customers have passed them all up because they've got no taste. But you found them.
Kim, what about these?
The lieutenant tilts his head and steps back, eyes narrowed in a thorough examination. It's a case to him.
You look like a musician. Like a blind musician. But you could do worse. Take them if you want.
Let's... Perception. Inland Empire. What was Inland Empire? Was that one of these things? Yes, this. Dreams in waking life. Oh, okay. -1 perception. I have 4. Oh, this is how many points I already have into it, right? Okay, hold on. I can do this one. Finger pistols. -2 savoir-faire. Snapping doesn't help. Research time 1 hour. You're promised a gun. That much is certain. This is why you became a cop. Yet here you are loitering around with idle hands like some sorry-ass loser from the street. Suddenly you're supposed to be solving cases by what? Like talking to people? How are they going to believe that you can protect yourself and them from savages without a firearm? This ain't right. You need to think around this problem, and you need to snap your fingers at people as you do them. I guess I'll learn them. I don't... let's leave for now. Helpline with the company that controls the drawbridge. We're making our way around town. Plastic tear. Small. Hot air rises up from the sewer. Sour, acidic, and strangely comforting. Ew. Fingerless gloves. +1 electrochemistry. Heck yeah. Okay, we're in a new area now. Plastic tear. Roy's Pawn Shop. Fast cash for faster times. So there's a pawn shop here. Oh, maybe I can sell him my... So some of the stuff we know is broken. Like the gun and everything. Some kind of machine. An antique cash register? Perhaps. A bust of a woman. The plaque simply says Dell or DE1. In the dark, a film projector is whirring away.
The boomboxes on the shelf look well-loved and well-traveled. Chipped, dented, they stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels.
See, let's stand on the tips of our toes and see more.
One especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says Stereo 8 approved. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
I don't know that I need a stereo.
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
Where did you get this?
It was brought to me to be altered.
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property.
He leans in so the pawnbroker doesn't hear him.
You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
I'm not really sure what he's done with it. Made it into a lamp or something? Mostly military wear with a few eccentric fashions thrown in.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty.
Let's see if I can pass this check. Dig up a truly cool figurine in the box under the table.
Why?
Oh.
What's this? A headless man riding a horse. A headless man wearing futuristic tracksuit trousers that say found.
Oh, what is this?
Oh, that's the Headless Phone Rider.
Who?
The Headless Phone Rider. It's an urban legend about a man who rides the streets of Revachol sporting a fawn tracksuit. As you see, he's missing his head.
Points at the decapitated figurine.
50 cents. Bargain price. I'll throw in the tiny cap too. I think he's looking for it, or something. That part of the story has many interpretations.
Interesting.
He lost his cap when he lost his head. Perhaps he's looking for the head.
I'm going to get it.
Did I mention that this figurine is supposed to be lucky? Always carry it with you.
Items. I wonder if Kuno might like this, because he had the foam tracksuit pants on, didn't he? He was all impressed by them.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop.
The man at the counter turns to you slowly.
What can I do for you?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
Now that the RCM is here, tell me, have you had any trouble lately?
I haven't had any problems myself, though some of my customers have complained about inconsistent law enforcement.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake, people who are terminally bored. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
Quite the collection indeed. Typical vacuous consumerist objects? Vacuous? Vacuous? Honestly, I think some of your selections are, press your finger to your lips, more tasteful than others. This business plan is all over the place. You should specialize, zoom in, recapitalize. I think I'll agree.
It keeps me entertained.
His attention is drawn once more to the play of light and shadow on the walls behind you.
He's well composed, but underneath it you sense psychedelic processes bubbling. Some kind of drug, maybe.
Electrochemistry, challenging. Is Roy high? And if yes, then what is he on? I mean, it's a pretty even check. Should we try it? I haven't saved in a long time. Let's try.
Okay.
Oh, no,
He
I failed.
definitely is high. Whatever it is, you've probably done it, and many other things besides. But you can't cut through the jumble of sensations to get to the answer. Looking at his wares, talking to him, that might give you more clues.
By the way, do you happen to have any guns, like the ones carried by cops?
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
My gun. My gun. What are we doing? This one?
This is a pawn shop, and it did feel as if you've met before. Oh God.
I sold my
The
gun?
lieutenant shifts from one foot to another.
Oh
Alert.
God. Was the buyer a policeman too?
She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive, but I was just happy to get rid of it, and of her. Truth be told, she was terrifying.
What was she like? Young, older?
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the citizens' militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it?
There's only one explanation. She must be one of my rabid fans. Maybe she's a vigilante, wants to prove she can do a better job than we can. I don't like it either. What if she intends to commit a crime and blame it on the citizens' militia? I'm sorry. I'm sorry I sold my gun.
Yeah, it's not good. I do hope we manage to clean this mess up somehow, while also keeping our focus on the murder investigation.
Any idea where I can find this gun?
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
I know,
A
but what
needle
did she look
in a
like?
haystack. There is nothing you can do about it now. You'll just have to hope you luck upon her somehow.
At least I know how I lost my sidearm. Let's talk about something else.
Of course.
Something I'd like
Let
to
me
sell.
have a look.
I'll check my pockets.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
This one. This one. And this one, because it's not working anyway. I think that'll be it. Oof.
Another time, perhaps.
And my money is coming up. Well, we have to go back over to the guy anyway. Over by Kuno. So I guess we can, see if that girl took it. She's the only one who keeps calling me a pig. Water lock out of order until Wednesday.
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque. This panel usually closes the water lock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything.
Well, let's try.
You pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks against the contact pins. You hear a soft clunk. Then, nothing happens.
Push it harder.
Nothing happens. A cold gust of wind blowing in from the sea interrupts the silence of the situation.
Lieutenant hums to himself while staring at your activities.
A spring
Let
brings
it
the
go.
lever back to its original position. You still need to close the water lock to get across the canal. Some other way. Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning?
Evening, officers.
Does he have a knife? Is he pulling a knife on me?
A burly man hangs out by the water lock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife. His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the waterlock and on an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal between them.
Do you know what caused this wreckage? Points to the smashed billboard in the canal.
I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh? Then again, plenty of daredevil drivers in Rivershoal. Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here. especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then.
Do you know what's further down the coast?
Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation, though. There always seems to be something wrong with it. Yeah, not really much else. Just bombed out ruins.
What's with the lever that does nothing?
It's supposed to operate the waterlock, but as noted, it's all junk right now. Disabled because of the blockage.
Why is it disabled? Because of the blockage.
Safety measure. Turns out the panel needs a special key to be reactivated. Wouldn't want anyone moving the waterlock with debris still in the channel. It'll be restarted on Wednesday morning. You want to do the honors when the time comes?
Do I ever?
Great! Just drop in on Wednesday if you want to see the waterlock at work. They say the canal crew will be here at 7:15.
The fresh slice from his salami.
The coast part of the map is inaccessible until the 3rd day.
Okay. Bye-bye. I won't take any of his salami. We're here. I don't think we can do anything back here. So... we can't go down this way yet. Okay. Okay. And there's nothing over here. Let's go ahead and go back up. To... where's the shop? I can have a little bit of tear I can turn in. I can't remember how much money I owe them. I could probably...
The tear machine stands in. Your bottles clunk into the machine.
Okay, 30 cents. Almost. I think I need like $10 more. Or 10 more real. Should we even try to talk to stupid Kuno again? Kuno?
Fuck does Kuno care? Kuno doesn't...
Okay, so he doesn't want the little toy.
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
Child, converse with me.
Murder was the case they gave me.
She's almost vanished behind the fence. Only the top of her hat remains. Okay. So... nothing interesting here. I was gonna say, oh shoot, I forgot how to get in there, but I think I just remembered. You gotta go in... No, I did forget. How do we get back there? Oh, I remember. I remember... Should we check and see if this is melted yet?
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner.
No, it's still not melted. We'll leave it, and then by the next day it'll be. Just sit. Let's see. I want stuff. No, let's take everything off. Sorry, you're gonna see some stuff happening. The -1 reaction speed, -1 savoir-faire, +1 electrochemistry. I guess we'll do that one. +1 conceptualization. Oh, jeez. What is half-life? Threaten people. Okay. Electrochemistry, what does this do? Oh, it doesn't do much for me, considering I don't particularly want to be on drugs. +1 electrochemistry. Fair. Okay. I'm not too worried right now. I don't think time passes unless you're talking to people.
Give me a moment.
I have a few questions about those apartments.
Ask away, policeman.
Do you know who lived in the foreclosed apartment?
The hell am I supposed to know? Another nut job, I assume.
Okay. Why is there a hole in the wall in the abandoned apartment?
Some lunatic lost his mind. All kinds of morons pass through these halls.
Is one of the residents on vacation? Their mailbox is overflowing.
People come and go. I don't keep an eye on everyone.
They probably just moved or died, hopefully somewhere else.
Who lives in apartment number 10?
No one lives there. It's been empty for months.
But I talked to someone through the door.
Impossible. I would know if someone had moved in there.
She pauses, eyeing the hallway.
Maybe it's those countercultural people again. Breaking into a house like it's a public space. You're a policeman. Be good and take a look, will you?
Sure, I'll go see what I can find.
Great. Young people. They're worse than rats. You know, always littering the hallways with trinkets and empty beer cans.
Who lives behind the padlock door?
Oh, that one is a scientist. A future scholar.
Suddenly the old lady's face is beaming.
I think he studies astrology at the community college. Education's good. I always tell them to study.
Astrology?
Something to do with all those stars around his door. He asked me to leave his drawings up on the wall.
You mean the star and antlers? I think that's a symbol of communism.
The symbol of what now?
You know, the ones who are supporting the working caste against capital. It's an ideology. It has some noble aims, but it's also been used to justify terrible bloodshed. It's for loons who have no idea how economy works. The symbol for contributing to the demise of our noble state in the name of some made-up world of equality. Communism, it's a political ideology. I guess.
The cleaning lady shrugs and returns to sweeping. The clash of ideas and atrocities are as far from her world as fairies and wizards.
Can you tell me about Cindy?
The artiste? Nothing I can do about her, I'm afraid. She ruins the walls faster than I can clean them. Still,
she leans on her broom.
She leaves an old lady to her business. More than I can say for others.
Alright, that's all, thanks.
She mumbles some kind of a response, then hacks something into her handkerchief.
Oh, gross. Thank you. So which one is number 10? How do we know?
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says 10.
Apartment is supposed to be empty. Did you break in here?
Excuse me? Of course not.
You have plenty of reason to enter.
I don't need a warrant if I suspect there's a break-in. Then open the door so I can verify your identity. Are you cooking morphine in there? Technically, I don't need a warrant if I suspect there's been a break-in.
Oh, come on!
There's a pause before you hear the door being unlocked.
Well, that was easy.
That was smart.
The lieutenant says, nodding toward the unlocked door. Thank you. There's probable cause. Do I just walk in? Hello? Looks like a fine mattress. Don't be ridiculous. You can hear it swarming with bugs. Gross. A blister pack of medicine peeks out of the box. You should take it. These are nice shoes. Number 1. +1 to indirect modes of taxation. Is it stealing? Is it stealing? It didn't count as stealing. Okay.
Satisfied? My name is Marielle Charpentier,
Wow.
and I'm an agent with Martinez Realty Associates. I am not breaking in, as I have every right to be here. The keys, see?
She jingles a set of keys in her hand. She looks like the Joker got a hold of her.
Boy, there are a lot of different keys there. More than 20 at least.
Do you want to see my ID as well? You can't legally ask for it, but why not? Want to see my residence permit too?
She looks like she's losing her mind. She looks like she's 5 seconds away from snapping. She fumbles through her purse, fishing out a light paper-clad passport. I will inspect the passport.
It feels flimsy in hand, with the words Revachol Zone of Control written under a nondescript municipal logo. There's a picture of her with shorter hair inside, along with all her personal details.
Everything seems to be in order here.
Thank you. Do you have any questions? I need to be back in Midtown in an hour.
Who lived in the foreclosed apartment down the hallway?
Oh, that's another huge mess. The former tenant owes us 3 months of rent. 3. We closed the apartment and planned on auctioning off the valuables, but... And again, I have no idea how stupid mistakes like this can even happen. But Ron, when he came to close the door, didn't close the neighboring door. And there's a hole in the wall. A hole in the wall. Can you believe it? And then the tenant ran off with his stuff. He's gone. The money's gone. Just like that.
Man.
The sum must have been puny.
It couldn't have been that much. It couldn't have been that much money. These apartments look pretty shabby.
These apartments are perfectly fine. They have gorgeous architecture, a million-real view of the bay, good ventilation, neighbors, life, spark, and they are affordable.
Honey, the wall is peeling off behind you.
I'll tell you, Martinez has a future. In a few years, it's going to blossom with artists and creatives and those radio computer wizards.
So wait, what happened to the wall?
Don't ask me what happened with the wall. I have no idea how we're going to find the time or resources to fix it. Both apartments are now unrentable. Both.
What are you doing here?
I need to get it ready for the next lease, but as you can see, the previous tenant completely trashed the place.
That's why it didn't count as stealing, because it was stuff left. Reprehensible. Who lived here?
It was some kind of a moribund old man who used to be a business owner. You'd think they'd make rent.
She stops, hesitating.
A sudden serious look crosses her face. This story didn't have a happy ending.
Ooh.
But that was months ago. Anyway, was there anything you wanted, or is that it? I'm in a hurry.
That's all. Thank you.
Of course.
Anything else I want in here? Nope. Well, let's tell the lady.
Give me a moment.
I didn't find any counterculture people in apartment 10. It was just a real estate agent setting up the room for the new tenants.
I see. I hope some good people are finally going to move in. This place needs them.
I'm sure everything will be fine. This apartment building needs slow change. Perceptibly slow.
Yes. Well, I hope they're good people.
I mean, maybe.
Your statements are too vague to comment on. What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate, political opinions somewhere in Martinez.
This is because I keep saying none of the above to political stuff, isn't it?
It's also about that, but it's also more. Perhaps it's the hangover. Perhaps it's a temporary surge of serotonin. But something tells you it's time to become a citizen of the Kingdom of Conscience.
Where is the Kingdom of Conscience?
It is not a place. It is a moment in time that can only arise in the right circumstances. In all of human history, it's only been achieved a handful of times.
Okay, how do you bring about these circumstances?
Incrementally.
Oh.
History's greatest catastrophes have been brought about by people trying to make the world a better place. Too quickly. That's the genius of Dolores Day. She recognized that progress is meaningless if its gains are lost because of instability. Real, lasting change can only come about gradually, increment by increment.
Okay, but what's the Kingdom of Conscience actually like?
The kingdom is difficult to comprehend, and even more difficult to describe. Partly because humanity will need to discard many of the categories that define and limit it today. The Kingdom of Conscience is post-capitalist, post-national. It's also post-industrial, post-ideological, and even post-sexual.
Sounds incredible. Allons-y. Let's get there right now. Opt in. I'm gonna opt
Slow
in.
down, Mr. Reasonable. Did you miss the part about compromising and taking things slow?
Alright, then let's get there eventually.
That's right. Remember, real democracy is just around the corner for Revachol. When that real democracy kicks in, a long time from now, we are all going to be so much happier.
Okay, let's swap out some shoes. These are nicer anyway. And put these on. Put these on. They don't take anything away, so I'm willing to wear them. Interfacing as opposed to electrochemistry. Is interfacing one of these? Yes. master machines, pick locks and pockets. The other one was electrochemistry, which is the drug one, which I don't care about. So we're down one savoir-faire, down one suggestion. Okay. I think that's fine, though. Thoughts. -2 savoir-faire. It's okay. Close the water lock on Wednesday. Got it. Joyce Messier. Why do I need to talk to her? Why was she lit up? I need to still find... Oh. Done. That's what that was done. That's what was lit up.
The luxury of fine things. Just look at those black monk straps. After spending an entire day hustling, who's to say that you didn't deserve a pair of ridiculously expensive shoes on your tired feet?
You're right. Beautiful things do make people happy.
Beautiful things give you a rush. It's power. Crafting your style, draping your flesh in silk and leather, deciding how to present yourself to the world. Remember, when they come to take it away from you, you worked for those shoes. Whether you like it or not, wearing these shoes has made you more liberal. Ultra-liberal.
Oh.
They're either a gateway drug or a booster pack to get you deeper into free market ideology.
Okay.
Wow, you work hard.
I do?
Oh, yes. You hustle. You're a provider. It's tough out there, but you keep it real and provide.
I guess I do, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like a horse. A workhorse. For hard work.
What hard work do I do, exactly?
Look at yourself. You're a human pedometer.
Oh.
You must have walked 200,000 steps down cracked asphalt, mosaic, sand, and linoleum after you re-emerged.
Oh, yeah.
That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up. The world is harsh and people are evil.
Yeah.
You didn't make it that way, and you won't let it break you. You ride.
Yeah, I ride. A little. Or I ride till I die. I'm gonna do the second one.
That's just what it's like.
Mhm.
Life and death. But you got gills on your side, baby. Got those black papers with the faces of the innocents on them. You bring in the Franco-Negros and the Solas.
What in the world is...
It ain't easy, but you do it. Day in and day out. You didn't make the rules, but you won't lose.
Yeah.
You're a cop.
Yeah.
And a sprinter. And a money printer.
Yeah. Oh. And then there's pawning stuff off to that suspicious Roy guy.
Yeah. You're in the sales business.
Mm-hmm.
Shake 'em for shit and then pawn it off. Law officer style.
Yeah, I guess I got some gills.
Sure. And has it been easy?
Mm-mm.
Is life easy?
No.
Have you not gone into cardiac arrest?
I don't know.
Are you not about to have an anxiety attack or shoot yourself in the mouth?
I hope not.
But you still hustle 24/7, ride or die. Now, ask yourself,
Okay.
are you rich?
Yes, quite.
Get out of here. You're a pauper.
Oh.
You work harder than anyone. Almost rode yourself to the grave, and you're still practically a hobo. Why is that?
I thought I was giving myself a pep talk. It's because that Gart guy riding my ass. The system is broken. There's a market for corrupt cops out there, but the immigrant cops have price dumped it. Taxes, man. I don't know. Why am I so poor? You tell me, savoir-faire. Why am I so poor?
Because of the taxes.
Oh.
G-Man's got his jam-covered sticky fingers in your pocket,
all up in
stealing
there.
from you every time you buy, sell, walk, talk, fart,
Yeah,
so
gas
much as sneeze.
Gas tax. He's got me. Got me by the huevos.
Aren't taxes almost non-existent in the Gotham estate? That is Revachol.
Thought there were no taxes.
You and I both, but they got those indirect modes of taxation.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Sales tax, excise duty, extraction tax.
Yeah.
This tax that doesn't even have a name.
Whatever that is.
Plus, there's the stuff people in other countries pay for that makes them ask for more money from you here. The Gotham estate's a myth. In total, the coalition government is taking 98% of all your money.
No! 98%? Holy crap, that's a lot of tax. No way, I guess I'm a free market fundamentalist now. Opt in,
Here
baby.
you go, hustler. Fight the righteous fight. Free the people. Keep it real.
Yeah.
Keep it street. Keep foaming at the mouth furiously on the tax issue.
Yeah. What a wild thing we're doing here. Okay, so I'm gonna stop this one because I don't need it anyway. -2 savoir-faire. -2 half-life. -2 empathy. What have I got? So we can do Kingdom of Conscience. Heartache is powerful, but democracy is subtle. Incrementally, you begin to notice a change in the weather. When it snows, the flakes are softer. When they stick to your worry-worn forehead. When it rains, the weather is warmer. Democracy is coming to the administrative region. The ideals of DeLorean humanism are reinstating themselves. How can they not? These are the ideals of the Coalition of the Moralist International. Those guys are signal blue, and they're not only good, they're also powerful. What will it be like once their nuanced plans have been realized? -2 half-light. Threaten people. Okay. And the other one is -2 empathy. How much empathy do I have? 2. Understand others. Work your mirror neurons. I guess while we're doing this, let's do this one. Kingdom of Conscience. Because I think we'll probably need empathy when we talk to that guy, right? Understanding others. Whoops. I clicked all of them. I don't need to threaten that guy, I don't think. Alright, so let's go ahead and go up here to the balcony to get ready. And then I think that's where we'll end the episode. Oh no, was this not where I needed to be? I think I need to be on the other side of the building here. Right here. Okay. Here at distant traffic, night is falling in the city. Maroon glow of light pollution rises from the east. Can open it. It's locked.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security.
I guess let's go ahead and end the episode here. So thank you very much for everyone and anyone who's watching. I really appreciate it. And we'll see you in the next episode. Hopefully I can get some answers to some questions I have, and we'll figure things out. Again, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.